day, viewers. You are welcome to Tindanious Math Tutorials. If this is your first time chancing on my YouTube channel, kindly share, like, subscribe, and comment for more interesting and catchy videos. Okay, interesting videos and catchy videos. Today we are going to end the business on conditional permutations type 2, where we are going to treat two or more objects as a single unit. Okay, as a unit. Let us appreciate the question. They are saying 3 boys and 2 girls are to sit in a row. Find the number of possible arrangements. They give you a condition. If A, any person can sit anywhere. B, the girls must sit next to each other. This is very trivial. Remember, I told you that I gave you a trick, I gave you a hint. I said, whenever you are giving permutation questions, okay, and they don't talk about the R, in other words, the R is silent, assume that N is equal to R. Why? Because we are taking into account all the letters. In other words, we are taking into account all what? The items or the human beings. The human beings could be items or objects over here. So here, first of all, I have to look out for the total number of persons. So we have what? Boys and girls. So the total number of persons, okay, here will be equal to what? The number of what? Of the boys plus number of what? Of the girls. Right? So I can just say N. So N here is equal to what? 3 plus 2, which is equal to what? 5. It says find the number of possible arrangements. Wow. A, any person can sit anywhere. Right? So here, so this is permutations without restriction. You were not restricted. They told you that what? Any person can sit anywhere. Whenever you see questions like this, you see the R is not pronounced. So we say what? You know the formula, which is what? N permutation R. Viewers, we've been doing this thing from our previous lecture videos. Questions like this, we know how it goes, right? Which is equal to, remember we said N should be equal to R. From our previous video, we said N should be equal to R, which is equal to what? The 5. Because I told you that because R is silent, we assume R is equal to N. In other words, we are taking R at a time, okay? So the R at a time, we are taking all the letters at a time, which is equal to the N. So N is equal to R, which is equal to 5. So I have N permutation R. Because they say, well, because we're not restricted, any person can sit anywhere. So therefore, so this is the same as what? N permutation. We said N is equal to R. So therefore, R is equal to N, which is this. Right? So therefore, we have what? 5 permutation what? 5. Okay, if your math is strong, you realize that 5 permutation 5 is the same as 5 factorial. As simple as that. From my very first video, okay? So what is 5 permutation 5? 5 permutation 5 is given by, you start from the number 5, okay? Then this number 5 here, this R number 5, tells you the number of times you are doing the multiplication. The number of items you are multiplying. So because I can see 5 here, I'll multiply 5 numbers here only. So I have 5, which is 1. Then times, you subtract 1 from the 5, you get 4. Then times 3, it will be reducing by 1. Then times 2, let me count whether the numbers are up to 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to add the last number, which is 1. So it's equal to 5, right? So therefore, I have 5 factorial being equal to, I have 120. As simple as that. So therefore, I can say the number of possible, okay, the number of possible arrangements, if any person can sit anywhere, okay, is 120. because they didn't tell us that, okay, we are isolating certain number of boys. So therefore, we are going to treat the boys as a single unit. No, they didn't tell us that, okay, let us separate maybe the girls, where we are going to consider them as a single unit. No, the question was silent on all these. So in situations like that, you will say what? N should be equal to your R. As simple as that. Then use the formula N permutation R, since it is permutation without restrictions. Now the B, it says if the girls must sit next to each other. Is that not so? So that's it. So here USB. So if the girls must sit next to each other, what is the total number of girls? So the number of girls over here, viewers, is equal to what? It's equal to what? Our 2, okay? But because we are considering those girls at a time, we are going to consider the total number of girls as a single unit, okay? So therefore, I will say, let the total number of girls, which is equal to 2, be represented by P. So P is equal to 2. Okay, so we are treating the girls as a single, the 2 girls as a single unit, right? Good. But our total, okay, our total number still holds, which is what? Number of boys plus number of girls, which is equal to our 5, right? So therefore, we can say the number of possible arrangements, the number of possible arrangements if the girls must sit next to each other is given by, viewers, n minus p plus 1 or factorial, then times my p factorial. This is substitution, right? But what is my n? My n here equals 5 minus my p. P is equal to what? 2. Then plus 1 or factorial times p. P here is 2 times 2 factorial. So 5 minus 2 is 3 plus 1, which is 4 factorial. Then times what? Times 2 factorial. So by the help of the calculator, we have 4 factorial times 2 factorial being equal to 48. Viewers, I have covered extensively on permutations and what have you. So this is the end to this, YouTube session or tutorials on conditional permutation type 2. When I meet you next time, we're going to tackle conditional permutations type 3. I'll see you next time. I'll always keep you updated. Bye.